Okay, Rhonda, do you need to speak to Ryan Delaney?
Just briefly, Your Honor, very briefly.
All right, one moment. All right, Mr. Delaney, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Underwood if you'll give me just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Grimm, you're here for Ms. Crabtree?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, she is not logged in at the moment.
I'm not sure she's going to be there.
Okay, I'll give her a few minutes to see if she does get logged in, and then I'll call it.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Good morning, this is Kelly in Judge Cyprus. Could we have Michael Goble in a room for the judge, please? Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, I have Mr. Betts here. Do you need to speak to him before we start his case?
Okay, please, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Betts, if you'll step outside the hallway, there's an iPad out there, and I'll put you in a breakout session with Mr. Murphy.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to send you a request to unmute, and then I'll put you in that breakout session. Okay, we can do Delaney, I'm sorry. This is file 24-21828-FH, People versus Ryan Robert Delaney. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Ron Underwood for Mr. Delaney this morning, Your Honor. Thank you.
And sir, you're Ryan Robert Delaney?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, where do we stand with Mr. Delaney's case?
I've spoken with Ms. Brenner and with Mr. Delaney. Now, Mr. Delaney is doing very well with payments. So we would just like maybe a 90-day adjournment for him to keep building his payment schedule, Your Honor.
So the goal here, Your Honor, is for him to get his balance down to 7,000, and then he'll be able to plead to an attempt with a delayed sentence. We're at 8,200 right now, so he's inching closer, and that's what we're shooting for with these delays. And I don't have an objection to more time if the court's okay with it.
Okay, so 90 days would be about the end of January. We can do January 28th at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I have no problem doing the stipulation in order with Ms. Brunner's permission.
Thank you. Yes, you have my permission.
Okay, so Mr. Delaney, your next date is January 28th at 8:15 a.m. You'll log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Okay.
So you're all set. You can go ahead and log out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. All right, I have 3 jail Zoom devices logged in. Okay, there's Mr. Goebel. Mr. Fry, do you need to speak to Mr. Goebel?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, could you call?
We're back in the Zoom room for the judge, please. Thank you.
And let's see, Ms. Underwood, I have Mr. Gauna or Mr. Bowker here. Are you going to need to speak to either of those two?
No, I don't believe so, Your Honor.
All right, let me do Mr. Goebel then. So this is file 25-22117-FC, 24-21915-FH, and 24-21916-FH. People versus Michael Ronald Goebel. We are here today for a pretrial conference in these cases. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
Good morning, Phoebe McClure, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Fry appearing for Michael Goebel.
Okay, and we have Mr. Goebel present by Zoom from the jail. Mr. Fry, where do we stand with Mr. Goebel's cases today?
Yes, Your Honor. We had set this out to get some things done, which we were able to get that accomplished. We did receive a written plea offer. I've went over that with my client. As of today, he's not wanting to accept that offer. I know we have a motion, I think, next week, which will continue to that motion hearing. And I think we have a final pretrial coming up as well with the trial in December. But right now, we're just moving towards those dates.
Okay. Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, Your Honor, I would agree with Mr. Fry. And just to say on the record that our motion hearing is Monday at 11:30. And I believe in the past, Mr. Fry had asked Mr. Goebel to be present in the courtroom for that hearing.
Okay, is that correct, Mr. Fry?
Mr. Goebel, did you want to be in person for that motion hearing on Monday?
What is the significance of me being there in person?
Your Honor, I guess if he could just be there in person, that'll be fine.
Okay, we will make arrangements. We will make arrangements with the jail then to make that happen.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll have the hearing, motion hearing on Monday morning. The pretrial is scheduled for December 3rd. with the trial set for December 9th. Okay, so Mr. Goble, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
We're finished?
We're finished, correct.
Okay.
Mr. Fry, do you need to speak to Mr. Rohrback?
No, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22356-FH, 25-22357-FH, 25-22358-FH, and 25-22373-FH. I'm sorry, the last one is not Mr. Rohrback's file. So People versus Bradley Dale Rohrback. We are here today for a pretrial conference in those cases. There are also pending contempts in the file ending 356 and 357. So first, let me have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, map of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Fry appearing for Mr. Rohrbach in file 25-22357-FH and 25-22358-FH. And I believe Mr. Malaro is on the other one.
Yes, Salvatore Malero on the one that Mr. Fry's not on.
All right, so where do we stand then with Mr. Rohrback's cases today?
Yeah, Your Honor, from my perspective, I was just retained on these two cases, just entered the case. I reached out to the prosecutor, who my understanding is Mr. Bayonetto. He is off right now, preparing for a different trial, I guess, or on vacation. I'm not quite sure. But I wasn't able to actually have a conversation with him yet, so I'm gonna need some more time to be able to get a hold of him so I can discuss this case with him.
All right, Mr. Malaro, anything to address with respect to your case?
No, I think the cases at this point, Judge, should stay together for various reasons that I'm not going to go into on the record, but I would ask to adjourn mine as well.
And Your Honor, I would ask for, a fairly short adjournment, because I just so I can get a hold of the prosecutor. I know he has that 2-week murder trial that starts next week, but if we can get a pretrial right after that or something, then I should be able to get a hold of him.
All right, I can do November 19th.
Your Honor, could you go one more week to the, oh, never mind, that works.
Can I get a PR bond on this? Or
I'm sorry, what was that, Mr. Rohrback?
I was wondering if I could get a PR bond, Your Honor, on these cases. I've been in here for 5 months, Your Honor.
The 19th is fine for me, Your Honor.
All right, we'll set for November 19th at 8:15. Mr. Fry, Mr. Rohrback appears to want to address bond. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, Your Honor, I know he's wanting to get out of jail on a PR bond at this point. He's been in there for quite a bit of time, I think 5 months. He indicates he lives locally, with his mother, I think, and Adrian. So, he has some community connections. He's lived there here his whole life. He's not going anywhere. We'd be able to find him. I know, like I said, I know I'm pretty new onto this case, but it seems like, with the amount of time he's already served, he probably would make sense to give him a PR bond at this point. Thank you.
Ms. McClure, anything you'd like to address with respect to bond?
Your Honor, I would object to a bond reduction. Mr. Rohrbach was given a PR bond at the very beginning of this case and did fail to appear. That was back in June. And then he was rearrested and rearraigned in July. So just given that, I would ask that a bond not be reduced. But also when you look at the charges, I'm not super familiar, as this is Mr. Bayonetto's case, but I at least am somewhat familiar with Mr. Rohrbach's allegations, given that this is something that took place kind of all over the community. So I would object to a PR bond.
Your Honor, I would just add, with respect to the failure to appear Ms. McClure referenced, on that day, Mr. Rohrbach was at the hospital. He was released a few minutes before his court date. I don't know if there was some confusion on his part.
What it
But
was.
that was the basis from my review that he did not appear on that date.
I had a heart attack that morning, Your Honor. That's why I wasn't here. And I had called everybody I could to make things right with that too, Your Honor. I just didn't dismiss it because I couldn't, but
They're just gonna adjourn. They're going to adjourn. Okay, all right, looking at these files, the offense dates were all before he was rearrested, so it doesn't appear that he had engaged in any new or received any new charges since his original arrest on these. Was a contempt or a bench warrant issued for a failure to appear while it was in district court. Does appear that Mr. Rohrbach lives locally. I think under those circumstances, given the amount of time he's been incarcerated and unable to post bond in comparison to what Mr. Rohrbach's charges are, I think that at this point a PR bond is appropriate, and so I will grant that request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So, Mr. Rohrbach, I will grant the PR bond with the conditions that you report to Glenway Pretrial Services and Darren Coast as directed by Mr. Coast. That you not use any alcohol, marijuana, or illegal controlled substances, that you participate in the substance abuse testing or monitoring program as directed by Mr. Coast. Mr. Coast, I think maybe I'd like to have you interview Mr. Rohrbach first on substance issues, and then we can make a decision on what a proper amount of testing might be.
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, I would also ask for a no contact with each of the buildings or businesses that were involved in this case.
I agree that's appropriate. So no contact or not to be on the property at Magic Fountain Auto Wash. Brian John Betts and whatever business or residence is located at 1215 North Main Street.
Yes, sir. I know where they're both at. I will not go there at all. Keep my distance.
Hey, Brad, when you
All
do
right.
get out of jail, come up to the third floor. When you come out of the elevators, go over to the clerk's office and ask to speak with me.
All right. I know where you're at. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Costa, I'll be there.
All right, and again, your next date is November 19th at 8:15.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Fred and Malerno. Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you're all set for today, Mr. Roback. You can let the officers with you know that you're done with court.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. Okay, let's 15. He says he doesn't. It's over here.
Elon Musk's polarizing.
Okay, Mr. Casper, are you ready on Mr. James?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, this is file 5-22375-FH versus Joshua Dallas James. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today partially in person and partially by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
PB McClure, may I have the people?
Bert Castleberry, behalf of the defendant.
And Mr. Casper, where do we stand with Mr. James's case today?
Your Honor, we are working to a resolution. I've secured a pretrial date with your office for December 10th at 8:15 a.m.
All right, Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, Your Honor. I did find a plea offer in here from Mr. Bayonetto that I'm going to forward to Mr. Castleberry.
Okay, then we will adjourn the pretrial to December 10th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Castleberry, would you do a stipulation in order for that adjournment?
I will, Your Honor.
Okay. I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. This is file 22-20733-FH, People versus Leanne Rosanna Crabtree. We are here today for a hearing on a request and summons for probation violation. We are proceeding today by video conference. The courtroom is also open to the public. let's see, Mr. Grimm, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ronald A. Graham here on behalf of Ms. Crabtree.
All right. The record should reflect that this matter was set for a hearing this morning at 8:15 a.m. Ms. Crabtree was ordered to appear to respond to the request and summons for probation violation. It is now, actually, she was ordered to appear at 8 a.m. rather than 8:15. It is now 8:43 a.m. Ms. Crabtree is not present here in the courtroom, and she is not logged into the Zoom session. Give me one moment. I do have one person that I've not yet identified in the Zoom waiting room, so let me make sure that is not her. Okay, gentlemen that just joined the Zoom meeting, can you tell me your name, please?
Anthony Brown.
Okay, one moment, Mr. Brown. All right, Mr. Brown, I'm going to put you back in the breakout or back in the waiting room. I'm not quite ready to call your case. I'll bring you back in when I'm ready to call your case.
All right, Your Honor.
Okay, so obviously that was not Ms. Crabtree. Ms. Crabtree then has failed to appear. I am going to issue a bench warrant for her arrest and set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $25,000.
Your Honor, may I ask that you hold off on the bond? I have previously spoken to Ms. Crabtree. I left a message about this hearing yesterday. I don't know whether she really got it or not. I would like the opportunity to convince her to turn herself in. We have spoken about that before. If we could hold off until, say, Monday on the warrant, I will attempt to get her to turn herself in.
Well, the warrant, the summons was for a failure to report. So we've got that, and then she hasn't appeared here today to respond to the failure to report, and it doesn't sound like you've had any actual communication with her. And so under those circumstances, I'm not willing to wait. If she does want to contact the court and make arrangements to turn herself in on the warrant, I'll be accommodating with her on that, but there doesn't appear under these circumstances to be any reason to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, just for the record, she has not reported to our department either.
Okay. All right, Ms. Underwood, I think I'm ready on Mr. Gauna.
Your Honor, if I could have a breakout with Mr. Gauna, I'm sorry.
Wait 1 second. Mr. Gauna, if you're there, I need you to unmute your device. There we go. And I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood, if you'll give me just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Betts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Want me to come to this thing? You can just sit at the table, it's fine. All right. This is file 25-22377-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Jonathan William Betts. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In that case, And we are proceeding today partially by video conference and partially in person. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure?
BB McClure on behalf of the people.
Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Betts.
And sir, you are Jonathan William Betts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Betts's case today?
Your Honor, at this time, the people were offering for Mr. Betts to plead guilty to count 1, dismiss the remaining counts, as well as any habitual offender notice. So Mr. Betts wants to do that today again, plead guilty to 1 count of police officer resisting or obstructing or assaulting.
Okay, Ms. McClure, is that a complete and accurate statement of the plea agreement?
It is, Your Honor, and there is a plea offer in the file I can forward to the court.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Betts, the bailiff's going to hand to you a copy of a notice, or I'm sorry, an advice of rights form. Take whatever time you need to read that over, and then if you're comfortable, I need you to sign the form.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's your question?
They had mentioned that it would be ran together because I hadn't been sentenced.
Yeah, probation is concurrent. There's nothing that says that it's going to be consecutive, Mr. Betts.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Betts, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are Jonathan William Betts?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Betts, you've heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead guilty today to count 1, assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 2 years in prison and or a $2,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Murphy and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Neither the prosecutor, defendant, or anyone acting on the defendant's behalf has discussed a possible sentence with the court. Is that correct, Ms. McClure?
That's correct.
Mr. Murphy?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is that also your understanding, Mr. Betts?
Yes, Your Honor.
If a guilty plea is accepted, there'll be no trial. That means you're giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those to you now to make sure that you understand them. You do have the right to a speedy public trial by jury. You could ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and the court agreed, you could have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at your trial, to have the witnesses against you appear at your trial, and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at your trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not have that silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. Do you understand, Mr. Betts, that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial?
Yes, I understand.
You also understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to your plea would be by application for leave to appeal and not by right.
I understand.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, conviction of crime can result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you're giving those rights up?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about July 28, 2025, in the city of Adrian, County of Lenawee, State of Michigan, that you did commit the offense of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer?
I would like to plead guilty to one or no, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to that charge?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if I accept your plea, you're giving up any and all claims that your plea was given as a result of threats or promises were not disclosed to the court on the record today, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea?
I understand.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce Mr. Betts to plead guilty today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Betts, has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be?
All I know is that he said that it would be ran together.
Your Honor, Mr. Betts has a probation violation downstairs on a misdemeanor file. That was intended to be worked out on Friday. There was another allegation, and so Mr. Betts is having a hearing for that later in November. And so I assured Mr. Betts that if he's placed on probation with this file or whatever the court sentence would be, obviously probation would be concurrent with whatever probation would get resulting from that. The recommendation for that was to suspend any jail and have him continue on probation. So I explained to Mr. Betts that obviously Your Honor has whatever discretion Your Honor has in regards to this court or this sentence in front of this court. And that obviously if probation's ordered, it's going to be, ran together with probation downstairs.
Okay.
Is that what you're referring to, Mr. Betts?
Yeah, yes.
All right, Mr. Betts, if your plea is accepted and you engage in misconduct, the court will not be bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation. Misconduct includes but is not limited to absconding or failing to appear at sentencing, violating bond conditions, violating the terms of any plea or sentence agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty today?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy, do you want to establish the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Mr. Betts, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Betts, were you indeed in the city of Adrian in the county of Lenawee, state of Michigan on July 28th, 2025 this year?
Yes.
And were you riding a bicycle on the Kianis Trail?
Yeah, I did.
And did 3 Adrian City police officers try to make contact with you, Officer White, Officer Perry, and Officer Rios?
Yes.
And did you ride your bicycle away from them for several minutes? Namely, you didn't stop your bike, you didn't get off, you tried to get away from them for some period of time, a few minutes?
Yeah, yes, for a period of time, yeah.
You knew that they wanted to talk to you, correct? You that there were police officers wanting to talk to you, had a warrant for you?
Yes, yeah.
Your Honor, I believe we're satisfied the factual basis.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D? Ms. McClure?
It has.
Mr. Murphy?
It has, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I will accept the plea then. It's been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Betts has had full knowledge of his rights. He has had competent counsel. The court's not made any agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or sentence in this case with prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of any of them. I will refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation and set sentencing for December 4th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Betts, someone from the probation department is going to be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation interview. When you do that interview, please be truthful about this offense and about your background.
Okay, do I just, see Stevenson or did I?
So I'm going to ask you.
I reported to him on Tuesday.
As soon as you leave the courtroom, I want you to step across the hall to the probation department. They'll have a packet of information for you and give you some instruction on what to do.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
All right, so you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Betts. You have a good day.
Yeah.
Mr. Glazer, I have Mr. Conway here in person. Do you need to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Mr. Conway, you want to go out to the iPad, please? Okay, and Ms. Underwood, are you ready with Mr. Gauna?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So this is file 25-22240-FH. People versus Xavier Santiago Gauna. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, may I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the people.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Gauna this morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, this morning, we seem to have worked out a plea bargain in this matter. However, being that we did that this morning, I'm not sure there is an advice of rights signed, Your Honor. And I don't know if the court would like to proceed today or if we need to adjourn this for a couple of weeks to allow.
Okay, I think we'll need to adjourn it. My reading of the court rule is that I have to have a signed form before I can take the plea.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Then I believe Ms. Brenner can put the plea bargain on the record if you'd like, Your Honor, and then we will have just a brief adjournment.
So it's my understanding, Your Honor, that he'd be pleading to count 1. We would dismiss count 2 and the habitual offense notice. There is a sentence agreement for no upfront jail and just probation, so long as he continues his payment efforts between now and sentencing.
Okay. So I can adjourn this to November 12th. That'd be 2 weeks from today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Assuming you've got the signed advice of rights form, we can proceed at that time.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Okay,
All right.
Mr. Gauna, if you can either call me or stop up and sign an advice of rights in my office, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, I can come up. I can come up tomorrow.
Okay, we'll have it prepared.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all set, Mr. Gauna. You can log out. Your next date is November 12th.
And I
Okay.
will do that stipulation with Ms. Brunner's permission, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you can go ahead and log out then, Mr. Gona.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Amadeo, are you ready to proceed with Ms. Frank?
We are, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Frank, if you're there, I've just sent you a request to start your video so we can make sure you're there, okay? All right, this is file 23-21418-FH, People versus Carly Lynn Frank. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, is actually a final pretrial conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
Phoebe McClure on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P76194 on behalf of Ms. Frank. Both consent to Zoom. Thank you for allowing the Zoom. Carly, please state your name for the court to know it is you.
Carly Frank.
All right, and so this was scheduled today for a final pretrial conference. We did have a bench conference yesterday to discuss that. My understanding at that point is that both parties would prefer to adjourn or vacate the current trial date and have no objection to that. Is that accurate?
That is, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so we also discussed that Mr. Amadeo needs to speak to Ms. Frank in person. And so what we've done is agree to schedule a status conference for Thursday, as in tomorrow at 3 p.m. And that is in person. So Ms. Frank, you need to be here in person at the courthouse for that status conference.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Judge, there is a potential offer on the table. I think my client may want to take advantage of. I should be out of trial by tomorrow. I intend to be there at 3 o'clock. We are waiting for a jury to get back. If there's any issues, I'll contact your staff and Phoebe and maybe move it to Friday, but I do want to get this out of the way. I am at the mercy of the jury right now in Flint, Judge, but I'm trying to get there tomorrow at 3, and that should work.
All right, certainly understand that. So yeah, just let us know if as soon as possible, if that's not going to work out, and we'll make whatever arrangements we need to make.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and so I apologize. Did we set an additional date for a pretrial conference after Thursday, or did we not?
We did not. I think we were just going to wait to see if Ms. Frank was going to take the offer. But if we want to set a date, whatever your pleasure is, Judge.
I'm good waiting until tomorrow.
Okay. All right, why don't we hold off then until tomorrow, see what happens, and if we need to set another date after that, we can do so.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Frank, we need to have you here in person at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're all set for now. You can go ahead and log out.
Thanks, Judge. Take care, Phoebe. See you, Carly.
Bye.
Okay, let's see. Ms. Underwood, do you need to speak to Mr. Bowker?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. And Mr. Murphy, I have Mr. Morris here in the courtroom in person. Are you going to need to speak to him?
If I could, please, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mr. Morris, would you step out to the hallway, please? There's an iPad right outside the door, and I'll put that in a breakout session with Mr. Murphy so you can speak to him.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, this is file 24-21719-FH, People versus James Thomas Bowker. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, as well as there are 2 pending contempts for failure to appear. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Bowker this morning, Your Honor. The first thing is, I've spoken with Ms. Brenner. Mr. Bowker is making very good payments, Your Honor. We're anticipating a plea reduction offer with a delay once Mr. Bowker gets down to around 9,000, I think that is, Your Honor, and he's around 12 something. So he's doing very well. So we would ask for an adjournment of these matters for probably 90 days to allow that. And as to the contempt, Your Honor, I suspect Mr. Bowker never meant to not appear, Your Honor. But we can address those at a later time. I think he's going to prove that he in no way intentionally did not appear.
All right, I apologize. I missed how long you were looking out for another pretrial.
90 days, Your Honor.
I have no objection to that, Your Honor. He's making really good headway.
Okay, let's go with the January 28th again.
And I will be happy to do this in order with Ms. Brenner's permission.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Bowker, your next date is January 28th at 8:15 a.m. You can log back in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
You're muted, Mr. Bowker. We can't hear you.
Need to unmute your device. All right, you are unmuted, but we still can't hear you for some reason. Yeah, I can see that you're talking. We can't hear you. I'm not sure why. Okay, Mr. Bowker's turned off his video now. I'm not sure.
Mr. Bowker?
I'm going to send him a chat message to see if he was able to hear what we said.
There, it's back.
Mr. Bowker, can you hear us? Nod.
Okay, so he's indicated that he can hear us. Mr. Bowker, I don't know what it is that you were saying because we can't hear you. Is it something that needs to be addressed today?
He's typing. I think he's going to type. He's messaging. So yeah. He wants to talk with Miss Underwood, he says.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Bowker, can you call me this afternoon or is it something right now?
He wants your number, Rhonda.
Okay. Oh. 517-260-5353. 264-5353. I'm sorry. 517-264-5353.
Okay, so I think we're all set with what we're able to do today. Mr. Bowker, your next date is January 28th, and you'll log in with all the same Zoom info that you used today.
Great. Thumbs up. He gives thumbs up. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, you can go ahead and log out then, Mr. Bowker.
I appreciate he was dressed in a suit as well for court. That was nice.
Okay, let's see. We have Mr. Bowen. Ms. Underwood, you need to speak to him.
No, Your Honor.
This is file 24-21987-FH, People versus Daniel Don Bowen. We are here today for a pretrial conference in that case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Bowen this morning, Your Honor. I've spoken with Ms. Brenner and Mr. Bowen, and Your Honor, we believe Mr. Bowen has a very large arrearage, but he is making progress on it, slowly but surely. And we believe a 90-day adjournment is warranted on this as well. And I would be happy to do the Stippen order.
That's correct, Your Honor. I don't have an objection. It is an older case, but he has reduced his arrearages by $10,000 at this point, and he's making steady headway because it is an all arrears case. So if the court would grant him more time, I have no objection to that as well.
Okay. So 90 days would take us to, again, that January 28th date. So let's use that. So Mr. Bowen, your next date will be January 28th at 8:15 a.m. You can log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so you're all set. You can go ahead and log out.
Thank you,
Judge.
All right, Ms. Underwood, I have Mr. Brown. Are you ready to proceed with him?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22285-FH, People versus Anthony Dwayne Brown. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner?
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the People.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Brown this morning, Your Honor.
And where do we stand with Mr. Brown's case today?
Again, I've spoken with Ms. Brenner and Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown is doing very well with payments. We would ask for a 90-day adjournment. I will do the Stippen order. I would ask Mr. Brown to maybe call me later regarding a request from the plaintiff, from the payee, about perhaps some extra money for braces.
Thank you. That's correct, Your Honor. I don't have an objection. This is a younger case. It's newer. He was just found over in June, I believe, but he's making really steady progress. We started at about 15,000 and he's down to just under 12 at this point. It looks like it's all arrears. So I don't have an objection to giving him more time. We're making great progress here.
Okay. So let's set it again for that January 28th date. So Mr. Brown, your next date will be January 28th at 8:15 a.m. and you can log in using all the same Zoom information that you used today.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you're all set. You can log out, and please try to give Ms. Underwood a call when you can.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Okay, Mr. Glazier, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Conway?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22417-FH, People versus Ernest Lee Conway. We are here today for a pretrial conference. There is also a pending contempt from district court as well as a pending contempt for bond violation. First thing, have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
P.B. McClure, may have the people.
John Glazier on behalf of Mr. Conway.
Okay, and I apologize. We've got two files here. There's 25-22417 and 25-22418. I'm not sure I read both of those. So, Mr. Glazier, where do we stand with Mr. Conway's cases today?
Your Honor, I think it was earlier this week or maybe on Friday I got sent a plea reduction form. I've told Mr. Conway what that plea agreement is, and he wanted to have some time to look at it and then come in and talk to me.
Okay. Ms. McClure, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, nothing on behalf of the people.
Okay, Mr. Glazier, have I set that for November 12th? Is that sufficient amount of time?
I believe so, Mr. Conley. You got to come in and see me before the 12th.
Okay, I will. All right, so we'll set that for
call and set up an appointment. Don't just show up.
All right, I'll do that today. Thank you, Your Honor. All right, hang on just a minute. So we'll set that for November 12th at 8:15 a.m. I would note that I do have a letter in the file from Mr. Coast regarding the bond conditions and your drug testing, which according to Mr. Coast has been sporadic or kind of spotty. So I need you to understand that you need to show up on time every time for those. Mr. Coast has indicated that if you miss another one, he's likely to seek a warrant for contempt. And so, you know, if you want to move forward, get this resolved with that plea, it's, you know, you don't want to find yourself in any more.
And Judge, we did have a conversation about that out in the hallway. Ernest, I'm going to see you Friday at 8 in the morning. Be here sharp.
I'll be there at 8 o'clock. Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Morris?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Malero, I have Mr. Wilson here in the courtroom. Are you going to need a breakout session with him?
Yes, Judge. I tried calling him, but he must have been in the courtroom. So yeah, if I could do a breakout, it shouldn't take long.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, if you'll step into the hallway, there's an iPad right outside the door.
Judge, are you handling Maddox for Judge Anslone?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hang on. He is not logged in. I don't, you want to try to contact?
Yeah, I can try. I wonder if this change of courts was passed on to him in any way. I'll try calling him.
Okay. Okay, so we can do Mr. Morris. This is file 25-22334-FH, People versus Robert Scott Morris Sr. We are here today for a pretrial conference, and we are proceeding today by video conference. I'm sorry, partially by video conference and partially in person. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms.
B.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
Matthew Murphy appearing on behalf of Mr. Morris.
All right,
Yeah,
and
it won't
Mr.
be on Monday when I get there, so.
Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Morris's case today?
Your Honor, Mr. Morris, he's charged with possession of controlled substance, that being cocaine. At this time, the offer from the people was for him to plead to possession. I'm not sure if he had any habitual, because I was trying to figure out ultimately if he had any habituals that were going to be dropped or not. At this point, Mr. Morris, I mean, he doesn't have any prior record of any controlled substance violations, so I was going to ask if possibly to adjourn. The people haven't reached out to me to see if they were going to agree to no jail on that plea, or if we could do any type of plea under the 7411 if he qualifies for that. I do know that he pled guilty to a bond violation, Your Honor, contempt of court for violating bond. I think that sentencing was put off. I know that Mr. Coast had indicated that Mr. Morris, he has not tested positive, but he has not engaged in counseling yet. I spoke to Mr. Morris. He said he's going to go to community mental health right after court today. And I also advised him that if he needs any further assistance, my office, our client advocate can help him with that, Ms. White. So, Your Honor, I guess at this point, unless the people were going to offer something right now, again, a use or something that would involve no jail or under 7411, I was going to ask to adjourn. I believe the case is kind of old. So if Your Honor did want to set trial, a one-day trial, I guess that might be appropriate as well. But I do expect something to get worked out ultimately on this case. I don't really expect it to go to trial. It's just a matter of not coming to a resolution at this point, Your Honor, so I do apologize for that.
All right, Ms. McClure, anything we need to address from the people's side?
Just to clarify one point from Mr. Murphy, Mr. Mr. Morris is a habitual fourth offender, but I don't see any of them being drugs. And the offer is to plead as charged with no subs. I don't see anything else in the offer as far as jail or 7411. But I think that would be up to Your Honor at sentencing. So Mr. Banetto's considered a couple different times changing this offer and he hasn't, so I don't foresee it changing anymore.
Your Honor, could we set trial on the matter, I guess, because again, my client doesn't wish to enter a plea of guilty at this point, and I think that's the only other option right now, given what Ms. McClure said. And if anything changes with Mr. Banetto's offer, then we'll proceed accordingly, and if not, obviously we'll try to figure out what we're going to do.
Okay, Ms. McClure, do you agree that one day is sufficient for trial?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Clark, could we have a one-day jury trial date, please?
Tuesday, January 6th at 9 a.m.
That works for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Let me just double check Mr. Banetto's calendar. That works for the people.
Okay, so for a final pretrial conference, we're going to have to do December 17th. At 8:15. All right, the court will issue a scheduling order with those dates in it then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Morris, you are all set for today. Your next date is December 17th at 8:15 a.m. for the final pretrial conference. Thank you.
So wait for paper.
What's that?
We good?
Yep, we're set.
Thank you.
Mr. Morris, can you contact my office after you visit community mental health this afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh, Your Honor,
Yeah.
the phone number I have for Mr. Maddox is the Macomb Correctional Facility. I thought he was incarcerated at the last pretrial. I don't know if they've contacted Judge Anslons or what, but he's not, he doesn't have a home phone. He's in either jail or prison. I'm not sure what the Macomb facility is.
Okay. All right, and I don't have anyone, actually, there's no one left in the Zoom waiting room at this point. So, and I haven't seen any correctional facilities of any kind logged in at any point this morning. So I think we're gonna have to adjourn this to next week, November 5th. I believe Judge Anslin will be back here on November 5th, so we can set it for November 5th before Judge Anslin.
Okay, and is that at 8:30?
Correct.
And can some sort of note be put on that file to make sure that they know he's in it's called the Macomb facility? I think he was in lockup when he was at the last pretrial.
Let me see if there's anything in the file that might help us with that.
Our records do show he is currently at the Macomb Correctional Facility.
Okay. Yeah.
So there'll have to be a writ.
All right, so we will arrange for his Zoom appearance, or try to arrange for a Zoom appearance from the Macomb Correctional Facility next Wednesday at 8:30.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have with you. We'll see you later.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glacier. Mr. Murphy, do you need to speak to Mr. Owen?
I don't think so, Your Honor, unless he had any questions for me. I think we're ready to proceed.
No questions.
Okay, let me call Mr. Wilson first, and then we'll do Mr. Owen next. So, Mr. Wilson, if you want to come forward, you can sit at the table here closer to the television. This is file 25-22373-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Zachary Douglas Wilson. We are here today for a pretrial conference in the case. We're proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Zachary Wilson.
All right, and Mr. Malero, where are we with Mr. Wilson's case?
Your Honor, I would ask to adjourn the matter. The basis is that I need Mr. Wilson to come in so I could discuss a plea offer with him. He does have a misdemeanor, unrelated misdemeanor pending in district court that's scheduled for December 11th. If we could adjourn to that date, I think maybe we can come to a resolution at that time. Or by that time.
All right, Mr. Sneed, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, thank you.
Mr. Malero, you said his district court date is December 11th?
Yes, that's what the file says.
Okay, so let's go with December 17th would be our next Wednesday morning after that. That point is going to be about 120 days old, so I'd probably be looking at setting it for trial if there's no resolution on that date.
No problem, Judge. I should have Mr. McCready softened up by then.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Wilson, your next date is December 17th at 8:15 a.m. Right?
Sorry.
You are all set for today.
Thank you, Judge. I will do the skipping over, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Malero.
Yep.
All right, and we can do it again. This is file 25-22208-FH, People versus Daniel Jason Owen. We are here today for a pretrial conference in the case. We're proceeding today by video conference. First, we have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Isaac Sneed for the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing on behalf of Mr. Owen.
Mr. Murphy, where do we stand with Mr. Owen's case today?
Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Owen does not wish to plead guilty, does not wish to accept the offer from the people at this point, and was asking to set the jury trial. I believe we had one scheduled previously for 4 days or 5 days. I think it was just 4 days. So I think we're asked to reset another one for 4 days. I didn't know if Mr. Sneed wanted to place the offer on the record at this point to clarify that or not, but we'll go ahead and ask for that jury trial to be scheduled.
All right, Mr. Sneed, is there a current offer from the people?
There is, Your Honor. The plea agreement is that the defendant would plead guilty to counts 1, 4, and 5, which are each breaking and entering a building with intent, with a habitual offender third offense notice. And the prosecutor would recommend, but we would also be willing to Killebrew to a minimum sentence of 84 months in the Department of Corrections. In exchange, the people would dismiss the habitual offender fourth notice, as well as counts 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8, which include the 20-year criminal enterprise charge. And that offer was open until today. I would also like to point out the potential here with a conviction of the criminal enterprise charge, the maximum minimum scoring guideline with the habitual fourth would be 280 months to life. So that's what Mr. Owen is facing if convicted at trial of the criminal enterprise charge. And with respect to the breaking and entering charges, if convicted of one or more counts of that, the guideline calculation with a habitual fourth is 114 months as a maximum minimum to life. The people have offered 84 months as a resolution here. I just want to make sure that this is all clear and placed on record so there isn't any misunderstanding, after we proceed here. Thank you.
Mr. Owen, I spoke with you about those guidelines, correct? Did you have any questions about those? Do you want to go in a breakout or anything?
No, sir.
All right, and we previously had this trial set for, it looks like 5 days. Mr. Sneed, do you still think 5 days is appropriate?
I do, Your Honor. The reason is I believe there are approximately 10 break-ins alleged over 3 counties. And so for the criminal enterprise charge, we would be bringing in evidence regarding those. So I do think 4 to 5 days is appropriate.
Okay. All right, Ms. Clark, can we have a 5-day jury trial date, please?
Tuesday, May 12th at 9, Wednesday, May 13th at 10:30, May 14th at 9, May 15th at 9, and Tuesday, May 19th at 9.
That works for the people, Judge. Thank you.
That works for the defense. Is that okay with you, Mr. Owen?
Yes, sir. I should definitely have all my medical taken care of by then.
All right, let's set a final pretrial conference then for April 29th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the court will issue a scheduling order.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Owen, your next date is the final pretrial conference on April 29th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Owen. I'll be in touch with you soon, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, and then I had People versus Joshua Coleman, which my understanding is there was a nollie cross on that. Oh, Mr. Douglas was an MDOC. And I did not have anyone logged in for that. All that I get. This is file 25-22405-FH People of the State of Michigan versus Randy Melvin Douglas Jr. We are here today for a pretrial conference in the case, proceeding today by video conference. First, we have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Sneed.
Isaac Sneed for the people.
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Douglas this morning, Your Honor.
All right, in looking at the file, I don't see any indication that Mr. Douglas's MDOC facility was contacted for this hearing, and they haven't had any MDOC facility logged in at any point this morning. So looks like we'll have to adjourn this to another date. And it looks like we can set it for about November 12th at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, would the court like the prosecutor's office to do that writ?
I think for Zoom writs that we do those by email.
Okay.
Which is the process that MDOC requests that we use. And so I think that our office will do that.
Thanks, Judge.
Your Honor, would the court like me to do the stip to adjourn with Mr. Sneed's permission?
Yes, if you would do that, I would very much appreciate it.
Thanks, Rhonda.
I believe that concludes my docket with you this morning, Your Honor.
Okay, yes, it looks like we are all set then. Thank you, Ms. Underwood, and thank you everyone else, because I think that's the end of the docket.
Have a good morning.
Thank you very much. You too.
Did it change when we do those? Because I thought they still came from the prosecutor. I thought we coordinated when they were like in other jails.